Good morning, everyone. It is 11 o'clock, and I'm coming to you live from the board office here at 80 Shepherd Avenue East, the Catholic Education Center here, the Toronto Catholic District School Board. I am your summer eClass principal, Joe Russo, and we are meeting here again to reach out and see how you're doing and to answer any questions you might have, but also I'm going to pass along some program information. And I'm just going to give it a couple more minutes for everyone to arrive, and then we can begin. So I'm just going to review my notes here. And also, just to remind you that in the chat area, you can identify the chat area on the right-hand side and post your comments or questions there. And then I'll pop in and have a look and try to address or respond to your questions, okay? I'll go in there now and say hello. All right. At least I've got one big fan, Mr. Gozio here. He always pops in and he's always actively supporting all of these opportunities to reach out to students and support them. Okay, so first off, we have reached yet another Friday in the summer. It is Friday, July the 28th. And a lot has gone on. So for session 1 students, at this point in time, you would have finished your final exams. You would have submitted your all of your activities and assignments to your teachers, and also completed your culminating activity and submitted everything to your teacher. And your teachers have been extremely flexible and understanding, and they will be marking over the weekend and being able to provide a mark update to you on the Monday. But I know that those conversations are happening ongoing throughout the weekend and possibly even on Monday. Well, for sure on Monday, we want to make sure that you connect with your teacher on Monday through email or however else your teacher has set up the opportunity to communicate and review your final exam or your accommodating activity, but also discuss your final mark. So keep those conversations live and active with your teacher, as they are going to do their best to provide you that timely feedback and let you know what your final mark is. Okay. So, hi Sharon, how are you? Sharon, it's funny how you dropped in. You're one of my inspirations. The way you host our sessions as a group, as a Technology Enabled Learning Ontario group, you inspire me. How you're organized and how you keep us moving along during our online meetings. So thanks for popping in. It's always great to see you, and even if it is virtually. Again, so for session 1 students, I do want to remind you that you're able to pick up your report card as early as August the 1st of next week. And just a friendly reminder to bring some identification so that before we hand out the report card to you, we confirm who you are. Thanks, Sharon. You enjoy the rest of your day. I'm sure we're going to see each other soon. Session 1 students, you can pick up your report card here at the board office. In the main lobby area, we're going to have some of our helpers set up. And so once you show your identification, they'll hand over your report card. The big thing here is when you're picking up your report card during August the 1st, all the way to August the 4th of next week, between the hours of 10 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. So when you're picking up your report card, the big thing here to note is that for non-Toronto Catholic students, you're going to have to bring that official report card over to your day school, but if they're not open, over to your school board, and they'll update your records and transfer your marks. Or if you're depending on this course and this report card to complete your application to college or university, you're probably going to have to go over to the registrar's office of that college or university and share that information so that you can complete your registration and be accepted into their program. Okay, so that's really important information. The other thing I wanted to identify is when it comes to Toronto Catholic students, your report cards will be sent to your day school, but the actual marks will be transferred. Your actual marks will be transferred to OCAS and OUAC August the 4th at 5 p.m. And so you don't have to worry about the mark transfers, but if you're a non-Toronto Catholic student, you're going to have to pick up your report card and arrange for that mark transfer. Okay? The other thing I wanted to identify around what's happening next week, August the 1st to August the 4th, Session 2 eClass students can pick up their midterm report card as long as they've requested a midterm report card, and you'll be able to request a midterm report card through your teacher. Your teacher should have a link to you, and then you can fill in the Google form and complete that request to pick up a midterm report card. Okay, and again, it's the same time frame as the Session 1 students who are picking up their final report card from 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Starting August the 1st and all the way up to August the 4th. If you don't pick up your report card, everything will be mailed home, okay, based on the address that we have on file. Okay, just going to pop into the chat here. Quentin, can you still drop a semester 2 course? Yep, you can send your request to me. My email is right on the screen, joe.russo@tcdsb.org. And in your email, if you can please include your full legal name, your OEN number, the course, but also notify your teacher that you made the request. Okay? Mrs. Del Mastro, so nice of you to join us. Just want to see what questions students are asking so I can address them in my eClass. That's great. Thanks for popping in, Ms. Del Mastro. We again are going to be sharing this broadcast, even if students and staff are unable to join us live. We are recording this, and then we'll be able to share this information and this broadcast. I know that a lot of parents and a lot of students review the broadcast because I can see from the number of views, but they also post comments in terms of questions they have in relation to the broadcast or just in relation to connecting with me. And I get those notifications and I try to respond through the comments that are made, okay, that are posted. Oh, Mr. De Buono is here as well. Awesome. Thanks for joining us. I got a question here from Max. Hi, when do the report cards marks get sent out for this first? So we will mail out report cards, not this week and not next week. It's the week after. Okay, so we're looking at, just to give you an exact date, we're looking at the week of, so in terms of mailing out report cards, we're probably looking at the week of August the 7th. Okay? All right. All right, so the week of August the 7th should be a good time for us to mail things out. Okay? And again, those are for report cards that haven't been picked up. All right. Another question. When's the latest that I can drop? So the official drop date without academic penalty for session 2 of eClass is on August the 8th. So the day after the holiday, which is August the 7th. So the day after would be August the 8th. Okay. Another question for Quentin. Okay. So the biggest thing here that I just want to elaborate on a little bit more is that for session 1 eClass students, you really want to not, how how can I say this? You want to make sure you get on your e-learning course right now. Nothing is done yet, right? I know you've written your exam, and I know that you've submitted all your work, but you're going to want to check in regularly because your teacher may have sent you an email, may have sent you your final mark, and there's no need for surprises. You want to engage and respond to your teacher right away, and say, ask, sir, miss, how did I end up on how did I do on my final exam? How did I do on my culminating task? Can I review it? Can I discuss it with you? And what you've achieved. After the fact, after July 31st, session one teachers are done. They're going off. They're going to go enjoy their summer, just like session one eClass students that are done. They're going off and they're going to go enjoy their summer. So the conversations have to happen now. Conversations have to happen all the way up until Monday. I just, as principal, I can't field 6,000 inquiries after the fact in terms of reviewing your marks. You have to have those conversations with your teachers. They know you best. They have been connecting with you over the past month. So you want to make sure that you ask those questions, get that clarity, and not wait until after the fact. Okay, it's a very important point. It's just like in day school. When you're, dropping into your class to visit your teacher and get that explanation on how you've done, and you have those questions, nothing changes because you're online. You still want to make sure you're achieving that clarity. You're having that great dialogue with your teacher because they're recognizing the efforts you've put in and the fact that you want to get that clarity so that when you move on, you know that you've got closure on what you've experienced and what you've done in the course. So have those conversations, folks. Okay? All right. So really, I just wanted to present this opportunity again to connect with you and let you know that although we are a virtual community, I'm trying to make sure that you know that I'm here. I'm here to support everyone. And if should you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Should you require any kind of clarity around an issue, or if you're having any kind of login issue, don't let it linger. Our team is amazing. They're all supporting. They're all connected to the email accounts that allow students and parents to connect with us, and we're pretty quick at turning over requests and resolving items that do happen out of our control, like any login issues and really anything else that happens without us knowing, that we try to resolve right away. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Forward, again, if you have any questions, you can email directly myself at joe.russo@tcdsb.org. Of course, you've got my extension on the screen here as well. But again, I'm not always in one spot, and so the best way really to get a hold of me is through email. Thank you, Adriano. Thanks for jumping in and supporting our live broadcast. Another member of our IT department who's always innovating and connecting with us to opportunities for staff and students to enhance teaching and learning. So thanks for supporting us, Adriano. I'm a big fan of yours too. And so that's it. That's a big factor that I want to put out there, is that whole communication piece. You want clarity and you want access, and that's what the success is, I think, behind our program. Is everything is completely accessible. Our team is accessible, and you're not alone. The only mistake that you really can make is thinking that a question is a bad question. There really are no bad questions. We want to welcome everyone that is a veteran to e-learning, or someone who is just starting with e-learning and that whole concept of not seeing someone face to face or being in a physical space. And so this is, again, my plea to you that you always can put a face to a name. Here I am as your principal. And if you have any questions or are in need of any kind of support, the email address that you have on the screen is always best. I always have it, I always review my email over my phone and any device that I'm working on. Again, you have my extension there, but again, email is best to reach me. Okay? So I'm just going to turn over to the chat if there are any other questions, anything you might have. And you know, you might not think of the question right now, not to worry. Again, you've got my email, you can reach out. But that's really it. You can always reach out to your teachers to look at your calendar and know what events are coming up and what's going on in your class. I encourage you to log into your course daily and really take advantage of this way of learning. Back when I was in high school, not trying to date myself, but not too long ago, this opportunity wasn't there. And really, we have the awesome support from Technology Enabled Learning Ontario, this group that is part of the student success group or department at the Ministry of Education that really has now taken e-learning to a whole other level in terms of not just supporting e-learning as a fully online learning experience, but also blended learning, credit recovery, professional learning. And so we really want to take advantage of these opportunities and realize that they're not just viable, but they're an awesome, cool way to learn, providing flexibility, providing a whole new realm of opportunities for you to communicate, to create, to connect with others, to become digital citizens, and really we are already, but this is being online and taking an online course, you're actually living out being a digital citizen because you're online and everything you do is there and visible. And so I really do think that whether you've taken online courses or this is your first go around, good for you, and continue doing the great things you're doing, because the flexibility of learning online is not going to go away in your careers. You're going to have to keep learning and unlearning and keep learning, and e-learning is definitely going to be an option in terms of maintaining your credibility or your accreditation rather, and any additional courses that you're going to have to complete as part of your learning journey within your careers as well. So keep at it, and again, the only thing you could do wrong is by thinking you're alone and that you're not reaching out. Always reach out, okay? Yeah, emphasizing the importance of communication, absolutely. I think the scariest thing for teachers is the fact that you're well organized and you're constantly communicating, but you're not getting anything back. And so really that your course is your learning space. It's like a little mini community that you have for these 19 school days while you're in this course, and you really want to connect with one another, and you really want to keep getting better and better at how you're communicating in this space, not just with the teacher, but with each other as classmates, okay? Just an awesome skill set to continue to develop, and remember, everything is there, and you can go back and visit it, you can reflect on your work, you can give your classmates feedback. It's all there. So yeah, I'm just going to take a quick look at the chat. I think if everyone is okay, I've shared some important information regarding next week and midterm report cards that are being picked up as by requests that are being made by students, but also final report cards for session 1 students are being picked up. And if there are any other questions, don't hesitate, reach out. But it is a Friday, folks, so I'm going to sign off and say I wish you all a wonderful weekend, a restful weekend, that hopefully wherever you are, there is no rain and there's nothing but sunshine. All right? All the best. Take care. Bye for now.